Good morning, welcome to Craig Go Cycling, and in today's episode, back at Darley Moor. I've said that quite a few times this year, haven't I? Signed on, number 14 today. Weather's going to make it a little bit more interesting today, I think. The track is wet, not saturated, not soaking. Doesn't look like we've had heavy rain, but it's just a covering of water. It's not horrendously bad. It's spitting with rain at the moment, and it is chilly. I know the last few days the weather has turned a little bit. It's got a little bit cooler, but it was still hovering around 17, 18 degrees. This morning at Darley we're around about 12, 13 degrees. So yeah, it's a little bit cooler. And the spitting rain, if it carries on like this, it's going to make the racing quite interesting. People are going to have to be a lot more careful around the corners, especially the last corner at the bottom of the back straight coming onto the start-finish straight. That could be a little bit tricky, maybe. I've raced here a couple of times in the rain, but it's always been absolutely pouring with rain when I've raced here in the rain, so this will make it a little bit more different. So how am I feeling? I feel good, my legs feel good, everything about that I feel strong, I feel fit. It's just how my ankle holds up. I went to see Cameron at Semper Physio last night, had a little bit of treatment on that, and he's got it strapped up for me. I was supposed to take some painkillers before I came here today, completely forgot, so I'm hoping that my my ankle holds out. So I used to saying knee because my knee's knackered since 1999, so I've got no ACL in my left knee. So that causes me trouble occasionally, but not when I'm cycling. So yeah, my ankle, I'm hopeful it'll hold out. I mean, it held out for 40 minutes last week in a 1 hour race. Today's only a 45-minute race. So yeah, I'm hopeful, I'm confident that it's going to hold out. And top 5, I don't think, again, a couple of weeks ago at the house round, I said I'm not going to get in the top 5, and I did. I got in a 5-man breakaway, finished 5th. Today is a little bit different though. If I can just get some points, I need 6 more. I've got 3 races left, 6 points needed, so 3 9th places, and that's it. Sounds easy, doesn't it? But it's never quite as easy as that once you're out on the track. So if I can get top 10, get some points, I'll be happy. So, right, I'm going to go and see if the cafe's open, get myself a coffee, and then get my number pinned on my skin suit, and we'll get on the bike. So, we'll see you later. I'm just wandering back to the car to see if the cafe's open. The cafe's not, but here's my teammate. This is becoming the Tom and Craig cycle show, this, isn't it? 1 point left for you today. How do you feel? Do you feel there's any pressure, or do you think because it's only 1 point left and 3 races left now, there's not really any pressure left on you? Yeah,
to be honest, I think you've hit the nail on the head, to be honest, Craig. It's definitely took a little bit of pressure off it only being 1 point, but you still got to get a top 10, and there's still 20 good riders out there. Like we've said before, like Cat 4, it isn't just some novices turn up that have never rode a bike before and just giving it a whirl. So, and like I say, some very strong riders in there, but like you say, to be honest, I'd like to finish on a high. It's probably a bit bold, but it's just today it's going to be one of them as well. Like I might be, and Matt's just keeping an eye on any breakaways, because I'm sick of finishing like towards the sharp end but not in the group because there's been a breakaway. So I won't keep an eye on that today, and hopefully in a shot, at least if the opportunity's there, I might feel a little bit better opposed to.
Yeah, because like last week, obviously there was the 4-man breakaway, and then you finished 3rd in the sprint. For the other position. So you've shown that you've definitely got the sprint. You can finish in a top position.
Yeah.
It's just if you can get in that breakaway, or if there is no breakaway, you're going to be a really strong contender at the end of the race, aren't you? You know you've got the legs and the power for it.
And that's it. And it was like, so the questions are there. Like last week, it's like in your head you're thinking, if it was all together, would it have been 3rd? Would it have been 4th?
Yeah.
You just don't know. And like we know ourselves,
yeah, you can spend too much time wondering what could have been, don't you? So I think you just have to look at the race and say, right, okay, I finished 7th. I needed 6 to get my Cat 3. I finished 7th, but it leaves you with 1 point and 3 races to do it in. So the pressure, I think, is off you a little bit. I'm feeling a little bit because I've got to get an average of 2 points a race for the next 3 races. That's if my ankle holds out, which I'm sure it will actually. But
yeah, you did a solid 45 minutes.
Yeah, 45 minutes last week, and that's when my ankle finally blew out. So hopefully, with today only being a 45-minute race, it's going to hold up. So anyway, I've just realised how cold I'm getting, and I am going to go and get changed now and then get my hoodie on and get warmed up, and hopefully the cafe's going to open soon so we can get a coffee. It's not open. Bit disappointing, that. Right, I'm just about to get ready. I found parked next to me is a guy called Jeff, who I've been talking to on Instagram. He found my page and he's found my YouTube videos, and today is his first ever race. So this is Jeff.
How's it going all?
First race, are you here at Darley Moor? And like I've just said to you earlier, this is a good track to do your first race on. It's a motor race circuit, it's nice and wide and open. How are you feeling?
Nervous now. I met you. Fanboy.
Oh,
no, like really nervous, but like positive for it all as well. It's just like, it's a new experience. I've wanted to push myself for ages, and there's not really a better way of doing it than have a race.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not like you're not used to riding in groups.
No,
is
no,
it?
yeah,
So,
I'm in a couple of clubs, so I do ride quite a lot. I just never push myself.
Yeah, I think that's the thing with it. It's a lot about the racing here. It's more about the safety within the group, where you get some people who they've only ever done Zwift and they come and do their first race, and they can be a bit choppy. But if you've got good experience of riding in groups, you're going to be fine here. I think you're going to really enjoy this, and you'll be back again.
I hope so.
Is that the plan?
That is the plan. I just want a bit like yourself, you're talking off camera, and just want to push yourself as far as you can go, just get better and just see where your legs take you at the end of the day. That's it for me.
So what was it that made you think, oh, go on, I'll give this a go?
You?
Really?
Yeah. Obviously we spoke off air and spoke before.
Yeah.
It would just come across your videos. Obviously I watch a lot of YouTube because there's nothing much else to do nowadays, and just come across crit racing. Didn't really come across it before, so I watched like Alex Dowsett's channel. Seen his crit, then the algorithm pointed me to your channel, and I watched your videos. I was like, actually that's up the road, seems like a decent bloke, he's pushing himself, coming back from injuries and stuff like that. Why not have a go at that? And here I am. So,
well, what we'll do then, we're going to both need to go. We need to go and get ready and get warmed up. So what I'll do after the race, we'll catch up with Jeff and we'll have a little chat and we'll see how he feels about it after the race. And you never know, push himself might get a little sneaky top 10. Who knows?
We shall, sir.
All right. Okay. Well, good luck anyway, mate. Take care.
All the best.
What's your name? I think you're nice. One more round, it's all I need. 'Cause I'm in love. What's your name?
Go ahead, warm up over.
Yeah, that's it.
It's only 21 minutes left.
10 minutes, you can do a lap if you want.
We're going to have one. Oh, another quick one here. Cheers.
I don't know what I do. Every other day. Every other day. Blow my mind. Well, you're just in time.
Stop what we're doing.
Right, today's race is over, but before we get to talking about my race and how I went, we're back here with Jeff. We met him before the race. Today is his first ever race. What were your first impressions of that?
Loved it. Obviously spat out at the back, but that's what expected from hard, fast racing. But loved it though.
Yeah, I mean, for your first race, they were quite tough conditions today. You know, it's like a wet track, but it wasn't a downpour, so it wasn't really wet, so it was a bit greasy, so it could be a bit tricky in places. And the headwind, on the start-finish straight, drizzling, and then it's really started to rain. So how did all the weather conditions, did any of that play on your mind at all?
It was just miserable the whole way, but that's what expected from racing in England, and you get used to it. But being spat out in no man's land for 20 minutes, it's a lonely place, but we know what to expect next time, and hopefully the weather comes next season we go again.
But so when you were in the bunch for the first 20 minutes or so, how did you feel in there? Did you sort of sit at the back, or did you mix it in the middle a little bit?
I don't know what my game plan was. I was talking to a mate beforehand who's done a lot of crit racing back in the day, and he said, just don't go on the front. You mean don't work, just try and take as much as you can. And that was like my game plan. I said to him, I kind of gave everybody a lot of respect even before I turned up, because they've been doing it, I'm guessing, a few times. Obviously I watched your journey and Tom's journey, and it is nice, just like the standard is quite high. So I just wanted to see where it's like an individual race for the person. I want to see where I was at, hold on at the back, and I realised actually that's not like that elastic band effect. That hurt. But
it's now given you something to aim for. You know what you've done your first race today. You know, you got dropped after 20 minutes and you spent the rest of the race on your own, but now you know you've got something to aim for. So if you stay with the group for 30 minutes next time and then 35, and you know, is that do you think you'll do? Yeah, well that's it. Why not?
Well, I didn't come last. That was like I wanted to hold on, like I said, I spoke to you beforehand, and I wanted to finish with the pack. That didn't happen. Look behind, noticed that there was someone further behind me, so that then was my game plan, not to come last. At the end of the day, it's a race. And no, I loved it. It was just getting used to the etiquette of racing, getting used to the gearing, because I noticed that I was changing down quite far into the corners. A lot of people weren't, like the odd couple of gears, and they were flying out.
So you're spinning too much,
learning that, and obviously then I got behind the lads. We both got dropped together, and that wasn't my own fault, because I was just in his, out the wind, bigger than me. So I was trying to shelter, looked up and noticed that there was a gap in front of him, so then I tried to close, hit the next corner, spat out there, and then I couldn't close it, so it was just a case of my own race then. But
you've enjoyed it, even though the weather wasn't great, and you'll be back again for another. Do you think you'll do another race this season with us? There's a Matlock CC Crit here on the 22nd of September on a Sunday, then the following Saturday it's the next round of the house. So it's the final round.
So work shifts.
Okay.
The 24th I can't do, I've already looked at that, which is the last one of this.
I think it's the 28th.
28th.
Yeah, you can't do it.
I think I'm working, but I'll try and look at the other one.
Yeah, the 22nd
but I'm enjoying
Sunday.
it, it's only now up the road, and it's, why not?
Brilliant.
That's what we do.
Right, thank you. Thank you for coming and have a little chat with us, and I'm glad you've done your first race and that you enjoyed it.
No, I did.
Thank you for the coffee.
No, anytime.
Catch you in a bit. Cheers. Right, that was brilliant to catch up with somebody who started crit racing after he found one of my videos on YouTube. So that's quite a nice feeling, that is. And now here's the man of the moment, Tom. You did it. 4th place, Cat 3 licence, and like I said to you on the cool down lap, I don't think I could have been any more happy if it was me that had got it. I was so I nearly swear that I'm so fucking chuffed that you've done that. After you were lapped, was it twice on your first race here this season?
3 times.
3 times
in April, and then just to get Cat 3. I mean, it's bittersweet at the moment in my head. It's bittersweet at the moment because I was so close to finishing 2nd, 3rd. But there's a couple of factors in it there. I just should have just kept my foot in. But anyway, like you say, I'm not making excuses. Like you say, fourth for me is just still a solid result. And to be honest, I don't know whether you meant it or not, but your lead out was absolutely super great.
I didn't realise I'd done that for you, but hey, guess what? I meant that. I did. Yeah, I was like, I was the Mark Renshaw to Mark Cavendish. That's what I was.
Yeah, and I hopped on your wheel and it started going, and then somebody popped out and dropped on theirs, and like you say, just didn't have just quite enough just to. But
well, if I played a small part in you getting 4th place today, then that's brilliant. I mean, for myself, look, actually, forget about me for a minute now. So you're going to go Cat 3, so your next race will be a Cat 3-4.
Well, actually, because it's the Matlock one, it's going to be a 2-3-4. So that'll spice things up a little bit. So It's just going to be a case of we're going back to April again. Go in there and sort of no intentions, just sit, not on the back because we all know the backs.
Yeah,
it can be almost as bad as the front. But sit in there and just try and hold on, grit my teeth, and then try to stay with the group. But
well, yeah. So that race, the Matlock one, that'll be. So obviously, I'll still be in the Cat 4 race, which will be the last race of the day. So your race should be directly before mine. So I'll be here early. I'll be watching you in your first race, and like you say, you're moving up a category. So you're kind of going to be back to where you started. But the thing is, you've got the experience now. You understand. You've got more racecraft, so you've got a far better understanding, which will stand you in better stead going into that race than it did at the start of this year.
But even like in that race, it's like a sort of thing is the difference there is like in that race. Then I could almost. I'm not saying I could put myself wherever I wanted, when I wanted, but I got a lot more control on where I could be in the pack. If I wanted to sort of go up a few places, I can move up a few places, and if I could, and then back off it. Whereas a few races ago, even when I come third, it was sort of like I was not in control. It was just sort of I got enough control on the last. But throughout the race, I was sort of holding on for dear life. Whereas this race, even though it's fourth, it's not my best result. It probably is, if truth be known. And there were some really strong riders in the sprint.
There was it was a field of I think 19 or 20 today, and I think the fourth place today with the way the race was, there was the one guy went off on the front, and I mistakenly thought I'm not going to bother chasing that down because he's going to hit the headwind on the start, finish straight and tyre, and we'll catch him. And we didn't. It just got faster and faster and disappeared. So I don't know your name. I'll try and find out your name. But bloody hell, you were brilliant. Yeah. Well done, mate.
Yeah, fair play to them.
So that's it. You've spent a few races, well, not even a full season in Cat 4. You're now Cat 3.
Yeah,
that's great. So,
and I've got a couple of races now, which is sort of what I hope for. A couple of races now in obviously the Cat 3 and riding with them just to sort of get used to it, and then, like you say, I mean, I've got a full winter then to try and build on all the foundations. But
that's brilliant, mate. I'm so chuffed for you. I really am. That's mint. Thank you, Tom. Anyway, brilliant. I'll catch you in a bit. All right, cheers. Well, I genuinely, when I've said that at the start of that, we're talking to Tom, I couldn't have been happier if it had been me that had got my Cat 4. To see my teammate do what he did today, and like we said, chatting to him, the start of this season, he got lapped 2 or 3 times in his first race in April, and now here we are at the end of August. He's had a 3rd place at one of the Matlock CC crits here, and he's had a 4th place today, and he's got his Cat 3 licence. That's brilliant. I almost can't be bothered to talk about my race now because I'm just so chuffed for him. Right, okay, let's go talk about my race. How did it go? Right, so as we all know, I've got torn ligaments and torn muscle in my left ankle. It really hampered last week's race where I had to pull out after 40 minutes of the 1-hour race. Last night I went to see Cameron over at Semper Physiotherapy at Breed and Priory Health Clinic there. Did a little bit of work on me. He got me strapped up, ready for today. My plan was to take some painkillers today as well before the race, but I completely forgot. During the race, pretty good. A little bit sore a couple of times, sort of 20-25 minutes into the race, but nothing that was causing me any real trouble. I probably did a little bit too much work on the front. I spent too much time near the front, but it was a good race. I enjoyed it. I didn't feel like I was exerting myself too much and wasting too much energy. Preem sprints, I didn't bother going for either of those today. I wasn't interested in today. Today was all about me getting a top 10 and getting points. I said before the race I needed, if I could get 3 9th places during the rest of the season, 2 points a race, that's my 6 points, and I'll get Cat 3. I was in a really good position for the sprint today, so I'm coming down the back straight, round the last corner. I think I started my sprint probably halfway up the hill. I'll have to look on the video again. I can't remember exactly where. It was probably halfway up. I started catching people. I came past, and I think I was in 4th place at one point. And I wasn't out of the saddle. I was sitting down, and I was catching and passing people, and I felt really good. And Tom came past me out of the chicane. Like I said, I give him a lead out. I didn't realise I'd done that, but I feel good doing that. And then I went to stand up to sprint, and as soon as I put pressure down on the left pedal, my ankle just cramped up, and I couldn't get any more power down. And a couple of riders came past me. I thought that I'd sort of just sneaked 10th place, but when I came back down after the cool down lap, luckily I got 9th. So that's the first of my 3 9th places that I need on the rest of this season. So yeah, a little bit disappointed that I think I could have finished higher than I did, but with the ankle injury, I'm more than happy to take those 2 points for 9th place. The next race I think is 4 weeks away, and in between that I've got a 2-week holiday down in Cornwall, so I've got 4 weeks for my ankle to recover and get better. 2 of those weeks I'll be down in Cornwall. I'm taking my bike with me, and there's some really nice rides I like doing down there. I don't really put any big rides or anything. I just ride around. I don't put any big efforts in. So that's it. So a week today I'll be in Cornwall. So yeah, might be some videos from my time down there, some of the beautiful Cornish countryside. So anyway, that's it for the video today. So I'll see you all on the next episode. And something I never say at the end of these videos, which I watch everyone else on YouTube does: like and subscribe, please. If you've liked what you see, if you've got any comments, just drop me a comment, even if it's just to tell me, Craig, you could do better, whatever. I'm happily take any comments. So yeah, like, subscribe, watch my video, tell your friends. If you enjoyed it, tell your friends. If you think it's rubbish, tell your friends, and they can come and laugh at me. But yeah, so take care everybody, ride safe, and just have fun in life. That's all you can do, isn't it? And at the moment I'm loving it. Take care, see ya.